1, 2, you hear the clock ticking. Tick tock, you about to stop living. Tick tock, I want you to remember me. Tick tock, but the dead don't have no memory. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing, I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change. Like Tropicana, I got the juice. All for the least, let the dog loose. Don't make me call up the crew. Now they getting scared, wanna call up a truce. I'm the one like Neil, cocky like steel. Nobody can guard me like I'm shooting the free throw.
Alright, welcome to the Jeff Mayweather Show. My name is Alex Iserman, and before we get started, I want to apologize. You know, I always talk about, you know, people being so good looking and all that stuff. So, Jeff, I want to apologize for that. I want to, you know, think of you more for your mind and that kind of thing. So welcome to the show, Jeff, and Ashley Ferrara, she's joining us as well. Welcome, guys. How you doing tonight? Jeff, are you there?
I'm doing good.
Jeff, are you there, buddy? Look, I see. I must have offended him again. I see he's on the line, but he's not talking. So
maybe he's upset. Maybe because he's mad you didn't call him beautiful.
That's it. I guess he's overly sensitive. You know, he complains when I'm talking about his beautifulness, and then he's mad when I'm not. So I guess I can't win with him. Jeff. Yeah, we'll get him here. All right, we're going to carry on for a second until he pays attention here, and then but we got a nice show tonight. We got a great little fighter here joining us, 21-5. Carlos King Molina. Carlos, welcome to the Jeff Mayweather Show. We're going to get Jeff on here in just a second. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
All right. No, thanks so much, and like I said, welcome to the show. Jeff, are you with us? Let me see if I can. Jeff lost his cell phone yesterday, and he's borrowing a phone. He's there in Utah. He's got a fight coming up this weekend. King Mo's fighting on Thursday night for Bellator, so he's in Utah for that. And let's see if we can get him back on here. I'm going to hang up on him and then recall him here and see if we can get him back in. Anyway, Carlos, what then?
I think that Jeff is just avoiding talking to me because, you know, I did see his brother this weekend, and there was discussion over who has the best hair. And so I don't know if he wants me to disclose what Floyd Sr. said. So, you know,
well,
maybe
we have to. Well, of course, we have to have him disclose that, but we're going to have to get him on the phone here. So I'm trying to get him back on here again. So we'll work on that. But, Carlos, anyway, congratulations on your fight there a couple weeks ago against Cory Spinks. A nice little win for you. Tell us about that fight.
Yeah, I mean, Cory, ex-champion.
No, wait. I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you one quick. Jeff, are you there, buddy?
What? Oh, shit.
There he is, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, are you all right, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
We were trying to talk to you. Anyway, we got Carlos Molina on here. Carlos, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we got Jeff back on the line for you. So, Carlos, you're on with Jeff.
All right. What's up?
All right, so before I interrupted you, like I said, congratulations on that fight there, Cory Spinks. Tell us a little about the fight. Obviously, it couldn't have turned out much better. Complete domination on your behalf. So tell us a little about that fight.
Well, I mean, the best thing about it was for the IBF eliminator. So winner gets a shot. The IBF winner of K9 and Ishe Smith. So you know, knowing that, I was ready. And, you know, I was in good shape for this fight, and it was in my hometown in Chicago, which was good on ESPN, too. So, yeah, everything was good.
Right, yeah, you haven't fought home in a long time. I think it's been since 2008, right? So a long time. How did it feel to finally get back in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, it was good. It was different, you know. I was used to always being on, you know, out of state and, you know, fighting anywhere. But, I mean, you just, you know, same thing, you know, you just got your hometown backing, and that's, you know, that always it's a plus.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, I know you usually watch Friday Night Fights. Did you get a chance to watch that fight? And if so, what were your thoughts on it?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't get a chance to watch that fight. I don't know. I don't know where I was at, but I must have been somewhere for that fight. I'm not sure exactly where I was, but for some reason I didn't get a chance to catch that fight.
All right. Now, Carlos, you said it's an IBF title eliminator, but you've been down that road before. How confident are you that it truly is an eliminator, that you will get the winner of that fight? Because I know you've been expecting a title shot for quite some time now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the IBF usually goes by their rules, and they stick to it a little more than most organizations from what I see. So, hopefully, it's for real, and I guess both of the fighters already signed that they're gonna fight the winner of my fight. So, we'll see though. I mean, nothing's sure in boxing until you're in the ring right there fighting for it. So we'll see.
Right. Is there any particular one that you think has a style that's better suited for you? I mean, are you pulling for one guy or another? I mean, I know you've been trying to fight K9 for a while. Obviously, Ishe just came on the scene, but is there one guy that really stands out that you really like to get your hands on?
I mean, not really. I mean, they're both. one's the aggressor, the slugger. The other one's a boxer. But I guess I want to fight Ishe because Ishe said that he wants to give me the shot at the belt if he wins. So I mean, if it makes it easier, negotiation wise and everything, just to make the fight, I guess it'll be easier if I get the fight with Ishe.
Right. Now, Jeff, obviously you're familiar with Ishe, training in the same gym and that kind of thing. How do you see that fight playing out this weekend, K9 and Ishe? Obviously, Ishe's the older guy, maybe his last chance at a title, so he's going to be really hungry. How do you see that fight playing out?
I mean, it's a very, very interesting fight. I mean, K9 is a guy that you actually have to box. Hopefully Ishe has his game plan intact, because I can't see Ishe out fighting K9. K9 is very strong, and sometimes it can be a little dirty, but I mean, he's the type of guy that wins by any means necessary. He hits you in your hips, he hits you in your kneecaps. He's a guy that he comes to win any way possible. So, I mean, I got a chance to watch Ishe a couple times. I mean, and then I see both good days and I see bad days, and if he comes and fight like he did on his bad days, he's going to lose. And if he comes and, perform like he did on the good days, then I thought he has a great chance of winning.
Right. Now, do you think someone like Ishe, who's older, who's been there, done that, but, maybe was, getting a second chance at a career revival here, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, obviously not a bad thing that you have a chance, but, being extra motivated, or, is that, perhaps, like I said, being on the way down? I don't know. I mean, how do you see it as far as someone that's in their prime like K9 and someone that's making their last stand like Ishe?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's one of those situations where, Ishe's been one of those guys that's right there on the cusp of becoming the world champion, but he's just fell short, And to be honest, I mean, if he's going to ever have a chance to be champion, he's got the right guy in front of him. K9 is nothing special. He's just strong. He's physically strong. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, I mean, his technique is not that great. But, with that being said, I mean, he has tremendous heart. He has tremendous will. I mean, he's going to do anything there is to hold on to his title, And it's kind of like you said. I mean, for Ishe, this is like a curtain call. If he don't get it this time, this probably be the end of his chance of getting a shot at the world title.
Right.
So, I mean, I wish him the best. I mean, because, I mean, I know him. I've been knowing him since he was a kid, and I think I was the very first person that knew that he was fighting for the world title long before he did. Floyd had already told me what was going to happen.
I remember that. You told me, it would have been like 6 months ago, I think, that you told me that was going to fight was going to happen. I remember that.
Yeah, and Ishe still never knew nothing about it. And then finally, one day, I guess it started to come out. They started talking about it, and I said that's what I was going to tell you a long time ago. But I said I wanted to be sure that it happened. And
right.
so he was very ecstatic. But like I said, I mean, he has to come in with a game plan and stick to it, because like I said, if he fights like he did on the bad days that I've seen, there's no way he'll ever be champion. But, you know, when you fight like he did on the days that I've seen him where he actually boxed and, you know, and was crisp and making guys miss and making them pay, he has a great chance to win the world title and you know, fulfilling his dream. You know, you know, just one of those things that, you know, it depends on what Ishe shows up.
Right. Ashley, have you been able to break it down a little bit, and do you have an opinion one way or another on this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I actually did see when you fought Spinks, and I was really impressed because I thought that it would be a closer fight, and it wasn't. So, I mean, I'm definitely excited.
Hey, Carlos, as far as Carlos, as far as, you know, taking yourself outside of the picture here, just as far as, you know, your opinion, what do you think of the fight between the two here, and who do you give the edge to?
I mean, like you were saying, you were saying that Ishe was the older one, but he's not the older one. He's actually the younger one. He's 34. K9's 39. But
well, yeah, but I didn't mean the older as in just as. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
No, I just wondered. But I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I think that Ishe, he's a better boxer, and I think that he could make a miss and give him some kind of problems, give K9 some problems. But I think he has to be a little more aggressive than what I usually seen him to win this fight. So I think he has to you know, make him miss and make him pay right away. Like you said, make him counter right away. And I think if he's a little more aggressive and works his defense, I think he'll pull it off.
Yeah, I guess I misspoke, you know, saying older. I meant more as in, like, you know, Ishe's, you know, kind of had his chance, and he's been, you know, kind of treading water, whereas, you know, K9's obviously the champion currently. So, yeah, I misspoke.
Yeah.
Thanks
K9,
for...
K9's, he don't want to lose his belt either. I mean, there's going to be an interesting fight. They're both going to give it off. I mean, Ishe's first chance at a title, and K9 doesn't want to lose it, so...
Right. Now, Jeff, here's the one thing that, I don't know, Jeff, can you think of anybody in the past that has a record full of more disappointing results than Carlos here? I mean, 21-5, it's a fine record, but just look at the number, it doesn't sound like anything special. But then when you look at the losses, you kind of wonder why. I mean, this guy's been through so many disappointments and incorrect decisions. I mean, going back to the draw with Chavez in the first fight, the second one, which was which he lost a majority decision. Alvarado was a majority decision. Obviously, the circus that was James Kirkland fight there. The draw with Lara, which was, basically the only people in the world that thought that was a draw was, a couple of the judges there. So, Jeff, can you think of anyone that's got a similar resume to Carlos with so many disappointing and dubious results?
Well, I mean, I've seen guys who, the boxing world had, extremely high expectations of, and they got their chances at a world title and didn't make it, and they never became world champion. But Carlos, to be honest, he stayed the course, and now, obviously, even though it seemed like it was overlooked, obviously it wasn't. If he's getting ready to fight for, a title eliminator, and he fought for the title eliminator, so that puts him right back to where he really was, and actually he got a chance to step over the guys that actually got the bad decisions. He got the bad decisions against and things like that, and the Kirkland fight was a horrible. I don't know about the other ones because I didn't really see, but the Kirkland fight was ridiculous. But, I think he's still getting his shot. I mean, it came, it's kind of like, everything came full circle, So, he's still not, if he doesn't get his shot, it's a different story. But as long as he gets that shot, all the bad things, everything that ever happened, don't matter. Because, still, he's getting his shot at becoming a world champion, and
right.
Hopefully, hopefully that does happen, and and then you get a chance to fulfill his dream.
Right. Yeah, that's the one thing you might have the losses on your record, but obviously matchmakers and people that do that sort of thing kind of know the real story and know what kind of fighter you are. Looking back on your record, Carlos, how many? What do you see your record as? How many losses do you think you have on your legitimate losses do you have in your record?
You know, I don't even really think about all that. You know, it is what it is, and I mean, it doesn't bother me. I can't let it bother me. First of all, I wish I did have an undefeated record, but I mean, to me, right now, the way I gotta stay, my mindset is like, you know, just stay positive, and I don't really worry about that. But, you know, I asked my trainer, one of my trainers, and you know, he says that I only lost one fight against Waylon Willingham in New York, and,
yeah.
You know, so I go by that, you know, I guess I got one loss, and, you know, just, either way, it
right.
don't bother me. I just, you know, just try to keep improving, keep working hard every day in the gym, and you know, I just don't get down no matter what.
Right. Well, yeah, it's a great attitude to have. Like I said, you know, maybe once or twice I'd have been okay with it. When it happens 4, 5, 6 times, I think I'd be losing my mind a little bit. Jeff had mentioned the James Kirkland thing. You know, and I'm sure you've talked about this to death, but, you know, how frustrating was that? You know, here you are getting a high-profile fight. You know, you're winning the fight. You know, all 3 judges have you head, get knocked down in the 10th. You know, then you get a disqualification. Just, you know, walk us through that real quick, and how frustrating was that?
I mean, you know, going into the fight, you know, I was fighting the promoter's fighter, and in his hometown, so you know that everything's against you. But you know, I thought that, you know, they would probably give you a bad decision, or you know, maybe find a way to take it from me. But I never thought it was a disqualification in that way that it happened.
Yeah. Ashley, did you get a chance to see that fight, and what were your thoughts?
You know, that's one of those things where, as a girl, obviously I'm more emotional, but I'm just not even sure how somebody gets over something like that, because I think I would still be angry about it today. So I am very impressed at, you know, how well, you know, you handled it. And I think the other thing with that is boxing almost never ceases to amaze me anymore. You know, we say, oh, that's the worst decision I've ever seen. And I feel like 2 weeks later I'm saying the exact same thing. So it is unfortunate, and something does need to change, but I'm not sure it will.
All right. And, you know, Carlos, as far as, you know, like I had mentioned, you know, you've had some trouble getting a title shot. And tell us a little about that. I mean, basically, from what I understand, you've basically been promised a title shot for 2 years. And what's been the problem with getting you that shot?
Well, I mean, the first time I was originally I signed with Don King to get this fight with Cory Spinks when he had the world title, the IBF, the one that Ishe and Kanan are fighting for. So, I mean, that was supposed to be my belt already. That's the way I look at it, you know, because I was supposed to fight Cory, and it was already agreed on. But at the time, I guess Cory didn't make weight, so the IBF went ahead and fought the mandatory, which is K9. And then once K9 beat him, then he had the belt, and then, you know, then I was out of the picture already. But, you know, I mean, it is, I mean, it happens for a reason, I feel. And, you know, here we are. I'm fighting for the IBF, you know, 3 years later. You know, either way, it's like, I mean, they can't deny it. You know, they can't deny it from me, and that's how I feel. Like, I have to go out there and win it. And you know, just, you know, IBF or WBC or whichever one comes my way, I'm not going to stop till I get it or get them all.
Hey, Ashley, let me ask you this. You know, me and you are not directly involved the way Jeff and Carlos are in boxing here. I tend to actually believe him, but is Carlos just saying the PC stuff here for us, or do you think he actually believes all that stuff he's saying? Because I'm like you, I just can't believe he can't be more frustrated than that.
No, I mean, I totally believe him, because if he didn't actually feel that way, there's no way he could continue on. I mean, you have to accept it if you're going to move on, and
right.
I mean, that's really the only way you can. I think.
Well, and I guess it's a testament to your character, Carlos, that you believe that and think that, and obviously you're being rewarded because you do have a shot here at the winner. So, but one thing we had known is that. Go ahead.
Now I was thinking, like, being out for 2 years with no fighting when I was with the Don King contract, that was worse than the Kirkland thing to me. So, you know, like, I was like, you know, not fighting for 2 years, that that was kind of driving me crazy. But I was still in the gym every day, and just staying positive. But
yeah, that's got to be really. Yeah, especially here you are in your prime in your 20s and losing 2 years of actual fighting. That definitely does have to be a bummer when you can't get out there.
I didn't really, I didn't stay away from the gym, so I was always in the gym no matter what, sparring and just working on everything, and maybe it happened for a reason. Maybe it helped me out and made me be a better fighter.
Right. Now a couple days ago, before I guess it's settled now, we have Canelo and Trout, and we have Floyd Mayweather and Robert Guerrero. But you had said, hey, you'd be more than happy to step in there with any of them. Tell us a little about that. Your thoughts on them. I mean, obviously, fighting either one of the guys, especially Floyd, you always take that chance when it's out there, not only for the payday, but for the prestige of having an opportunity to put that first loss on his record. So tell us about, you wishing to get in with either one of them, and do you think down the line you have a chance at one of those guys?
Yeah, well, first Canelo. We've been trying to get a fight with Canelo for a while now, and when I beat Kermit Cintron, then they gave the fight. 2 fights later, they gave the fight to Kermit Cintron with Canelo for a world title. That doesn't make sense to me. The guy that loses the fight gets a title shot. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and wait around for Canelo or Golden Boy to give me that shot with Canelo. I probably have a better chance landing the Mayweather fight than that. So, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. So I'm just gonna, just keep moving forward. And as far as Mayweather, I definitely want that. Before I started boxing, he was undefeated. Like, it was Golden Boy, De La Hoya, and Mayweather both undefeated. And I was always picturing in my head, like, man, you know what? I wish I could give him the first defeat. When I get up there, I hope I could get him the first loss. And De La Hoya has already retired and everything, and Mayweather's still undefeated, and I have a chance to fight one of the best in our generation right here, in our pound for pound and everything, and that's just, for me, that's even a motivator. I want it. I want it not just, like you said, not just for the money, but just I want it because I want to fight the best, and and I have a chance to fight one of the best of my times right here. I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is retire and me not have a chance to fight him. And it's, I want it.
Right. Now, Jeff, he'd mentioned first that Canelo took the fight with Cintron instead of him after he beat Cintron. I know Canelo, much like Floyd, I guess, but, you never please a lot of boxing fans and critics, but Canelo specifically gets ripped on a lot for not fighting legit competition. Your thoughts on that and in his avoiding Carlos?
Well, I think a lot of the decisions that, are made for Canelo is basically done through Golden Boy. He's a young kid, and basically they're directing his path. And it's one of those situations in which you take less risk for the more you make. If that's possible. So in Canelo's case, it's been more of him being young and him being kind of spoon-fed smaller opposition, guys that come from a lower weight class, and he's pretty much demolished them, pretty much all of them. To be honest, the only, real challenge that wasn't even a real challenge was name factor was Shane Mosley, and beyond that, everybody else is much too small for him, or he was never really at that level at that time anyway. So,
right.
He's been well protected, but, eventually he's going to have to fight someone too. And if I don't know, but they said that he's supposed to fight Austin Trout. That'll be his first, legitimate challenge.
Right. Now, I know obviously you're not involved directly with Floyd and his future plans, and by all accounts he's fighting Guerrero here and then Canelo should they both come through. But under what scenario do you see Carlos getting his shot? Because I'm sure he means no disrespect to your nephew, and he was all polite about it. But obviously he would love a shot to get a crack at him, as anybody would. So what scenario would it take where you could see that he would get a shot down the line somewhere?
In in all honesty, the only way he would get a shot at Floyd is he would have to beat Canelo or Austin Trout and make a name for himself, because his name means nothing to Floyd. I'm just being honest, and it's a business. You know, I mean, so Floyd would not fight Carlos, and it has nothing to do with being afraid of him or anything like that. It's a business, and in a business, once you get to Floyd's level, you need names. You need names that are established that can add to the pay-per-view revenue. You know, and unfortunately, you know, Carlos, Molina, it won't add anything to the purse or to the pay-per-view revenue. So that fight wouldn't happen, and it will be from business terms. It will have nothing to do with Floyd being scared of him or Floyd not wanting to fight him. It's just business.
So just basically, Carlos needs a statement win here, something that really puts him on the map and makes the people take notice, and especially Floyd, so he can say, hey, we can make money together, basically.
Exactly.
Right. So see there, Carlos, so, you know, you go and lay the hammer down there on Ishe or K9 and emphatically, and then maybe, you know, you get a shot at a Trout or a Canelo or someone like that, then you're right there maybe next year. What do you think?
Yeah, so that's what I want, definitely. I want to win the IBF. I mean, first you got to win the title, definitely. And then after that, you know, defend it against, I mean, whoever I can. I mean, Austin Trout. I've been, you know, Austin Trout or Canelo. And then after that, then you never know. I mean, you know, whoever, you get a rematch with Lara or Kirkland, whoever's willing to fight. And then if not, you know, maybe Mayweather fight. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man, that's a tough thing. You know, like Jeff said, you need to have that name on your resume and that kind of thing. But, you know, through no fault of your own, you haven't been able to get that name on your resume. You know, you tried to fight Canelo, and he went in opposite direction. So, you know, right now it might be you fighting him right now because, you know, had you been able to fight him previously and got that win, then, you know, you would be someone that would be in the mix. So that's the thing that's kind of unfortunate for you, is that, you know, you haven't been able to get those opportunities, and it's through no fault of your own.
Well, I just want to get the chance. I feel like I could figure out any fighter, any boxer out there, and you know,
right.
And I want to prove it, and I want to see myself with anybody. You know, whether it's sparring, fighting, it doesn't matter. I could figure anybody out, and I'm, you know,
right.
I'm in. I'm all in.
Well, let's talk about those two fights real quick. Get everybody's opinions on those. So like I said, it appears, you know, I guess not 100% yet, but we have Trout and Canelo and Mayweather and Guerrero. Start with you, Ashley. Your takes on those two fights?
Well, I am excited that they're finalized. It's about time. I think that Floyd is going to have no problems at all, and I just hope it's at least a good fight. And, you know, for Canelo, I'm actually a big Austin Trout fan. So, you know, I don't know. I do like both of them. So that one's kind of a hard one for me because I really don't want to see either of them lose. Because Canelo is adorable, and he's a good fighter. But
I don't think Carlos agrees with you there.
He's adorable.
I love the new Under Armour commercial where he has his number. It's very nice.
Oh, jeez.
And I guess my professional opinion ends there. So.
Well, Carlos, how adorable do you think Canelo is, and what are your thoughts on those fights?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I think, I'm actually looking forward to that card, actually, and hopefully I can get on that card too. That'd be nice.
Hey, I'm definitely trying to have a mega card there. So yeah, it'd be great to have you on there. Your thoughts on the two though, and who do you think has the advantage in both fights?
Oh man, I don't know. I think the Mayweather. I'm looking forward to the Mayweather Guerrero fight because you know Guerrero got heart. He's tough.
Yeah.
He's tough, and you know the way he fought Alberto. I think that's the way he's gonna have to fight Mayweather. Just kind of try to rough him up a little bit. I think that's his best chance. Rough him up, work his body. You know, don't let him. Don't give him any room. Don't give him any room to do his boxing and everything. But you know, that's a tough fight for. I think it's a tough fight for Guerrero though, because you know Mayweather's. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to call on that one.
Right. And lastly, I just wanted to get your your thoughts on here, and we'll get you out of here. But just you know, it was announced today Mickey Bay had failed a steroid test. I know it's a big problem right now, or it's a PED test. Your thoughts on just the whole problem with PEDs in sports right now, and you know, and what, if anything, do you think can be done about it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like that. I mean, I don't know how to go about it, but I wanted to do like that 24, you know, like kind of what Donito Zanera is doing, you know, doing random drug testing. Because I mean, I work hard every day, and you know, I don't take any supplements other than like, you know, multivitamins, and that's all I've ever taken. And you know, for people to, you know, be using performance-enhancing drugs and using it as an advantage, you know, that's not right. That's not fair. And you know, I will never take anything like that to, you know, I think that maybe as boxers, you know, like Mayweather went out there and, you know, he has everybody getting tested, you know, it's cool, you know, that's good. And I feel like, you know, the more fighters that just step up, you know, maybe, you know, sooner or later it'll be mandatory. It'll be mandated to take a drug test.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating getting in there, you know, when you bust your ass the right way, and then you got someone that's taking shortcuts, and you know, it puts you in danger when you're fighting with someone that's not legit in there. And so you're basically, you want to see 24/7, 365 days testing for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, at least before a fight, if they're gonna fight, they're gonna get the real test, like the BATA testing or USADA. You know, I'm not talking about the state testing. All they do is check for, like, you know, weed and coke and all that other stuff. I mean, who's gonna use that as an advantage? I mean, not really. That's not an advantage. You know,
wait, don't be talking about Jeff. Jeff's big into weed, so don't be. At least he pretends to be anyway. So don't be talking bad about weed, right, Jeff?
No, I'm not talking bad. I'm just saying, who's gonna use that as an advantage? You know what I mean? I mean,
right.
To each their own. You know, it's all good, but.
No, you know, he may have, I don't know, but as far as I know, Jeff doesn't do anything, but he loves to pretend he's a big pothead. So, in fact, I'm surprised he hasn't invited you out to go rolling with him yet. But, Jeff, your thoughts on what he said, Jeff?
No, I think what he said is, you know, 100% true. I mean, basically, you know, first of all, it's a sport in which, you know, the object is to, you know, actually, you know, hurt the other guy. You know, when you start taking performance-enhancing drugs, I mean, you know, you're not only putting yourself in a position to hurt a guy, but possibly ending a person's career. You know, and I mean, it's unfair, and you know, and to be honest, I think that the punishment for it is not severe enough.
Yeah. All right. Very last thing, Carlos. You know, I think you need to go to catchweight, fight the other Carlos Molina for the name, for the rights of your name, because it's really frustrating getting. In fact, one of the first articles I ever put up, I put the wrong picture. I had an article on you, and I put a picture of the other Carlos Molina. So, what's your experience like been like that? How often do you get confused?
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, after the Miracon fight, you know, some people put it on Facebook or, you know, talk to my girl, hey, how's Carlos Molina doing? Is he all right? Or is, you know, I'm like, what? Nah, but, I mean, it's cool, you know, I mean, it don't bother me. I mean, it's just, you know, I wouldn't mind fighting the 147. There, you're right, catchweight, right? Fight for the name right?
There you go. Yeah, and the losers got to change their name. That'd be nice. Right. All right, hey, Carlos, I know you're new to all this stuff, you know, but I guess you don't do Twitter or any of that kind of stuff. So where can the folks keep up with you? And other than Google, where can the folks, you know, keep up with what's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm still old school. You know, I don't do Twitter or Facebook or nothing like that, really. But actually, my girl opened up a page for me on Facebook. So it's just like a fan page. It's under King Carlos.
All right. Well, yeah, folks, definitely check that out. And as of right now, do you just? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, it's just under King Carlos. It's just a fan page, you know, and I just post my upcoming fights, and you know, just a little bit here, a little bit there, and communicate with the fans there a little bit, and pretty much it.
All right, and then we look forward. You know, we'd love to have you back. You know, either close to the fight or right after your fight. You know, it's great to see you finally get your chance there against the winner of the Ishe Smith and K9 fight. Ashley, anything else you have for Carlos before we let him go?
No, good luck. I hope that you know, they treat you fairly and that you actually get that fight. So I'm rooting for you.
All right, thanks, appreciate it.
All right, and Jeff, well, Carlos, do you have anything else that you want to add before we because Jeff always excuses everybody, so before we let him sign you up, anything else that you want to add?
Just thanks for having the show, and, just hopefully be back on, and hopefully get that fight, and I'll be back on the show.
All right, well, we appreciate having you on, and thanks for catching us up with what's going on with you. And Jeff, anything else you got to add other than, sending him on his way?
Well, I mean, basically, I know Carlos had a lot of bad luck, bad decisions, and things like that. But, hopefully at the end of the day, we do get his shot that he actually earned and actually deserved, and get a chance to fulfill his dream. I mean, that would be great.
All right. There you have it, Carlos. Appreciate you joining us, and best luck to you. And hopefully when you get that shot, whether it's, works out for you, it does, and let's just hope at least it's decisive one way or another, so there's no one's left wondering, when the decision takes place. So Jeff, without further ado.
You ready, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm born ready.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Thanks a lot, Carlos. Appreciate you taking the time. Take care.
All right, man.
Thanks.
All right, guys. That was Carlos Molina. Thanks a lot for him joining us. We're gonna keep the show a little short tonight. Jeff's there in Utah, lost his phone, all that kind of stuff. So we're not gonna drag it on. First thing though, Ashley, I wanted to bring you back on here because Jeff didn't hear what you said at the beginning of the show. So go ahead and tell the story about last weekend.
Well, Jeff, as you know, your brother, Floyd Sr., was in town. He was coaching Lydell Rhodes in Oklahoma City, and when I asked him which one of the brothers has the best hair, he said that you only have the best hair if you have a hat on, so I don't know about that.
So is he just jealous of you, Jeff, or what?
Huh?
Is he just jealous of you, or what?
Of course.
You might have to send him
Just
straight
like
next
everyone
time
else.
you see him.
It's just him. I mean, it's like a cult. They're all against me. But I don't care. I'm a one-man army.
You know, he did say, though, he did say something very nice. He said that you never talk crap about people.
No, I try not to. That's not my thing.
Well, at least he does it on camera anyway, which is to my frustration anyway. You should hear some of the terrible things he says about you, Ashley.
Yeah, what's terrible things I feel about
you say about me.
He said, actually, there is one person I talk bad about, and that's the guy they're talking right now.
Do what? I didn't hear that.
I said, it's you.
I never talk poorly about anybody, Jeff. I think we all know that.
Haven't. I said, but I do about you.
Oh, well, no, of course. Yeah, that's definitely clear. Jeff, Jeff, tell us what you got going on there in Utah.
Oh, well, I mean, of course, Thursday, there'll be Mo fighting in the semifinals of the Bellator tournament. And so we're here getting ready, and Mo's looking great, and he's ready to go. It's a matter of now going through the process for the weigh-in, which is, just a formality, and actually, getting in the ring and taking care of business.
All right. And how's Utah treating you? Are you fitting in well there?
Yeah, I feel like I'm at home. No, to be honest, one thing I can say is the people here are so nice. It's almost like being in the South. I mean, everyone that works in the hotel, people that don't even work in the hotel, just happen to be passing. Everyone speaks. Everyone, if you're, going to the elevator, be like, I'm a cook for, or stuff like that. So I mean, the people here are extremely nice. I mean, I'm enjoying it in that aspect. I just hate the fact that it's so cold here. It's snow There's snow everywhere. That part of the life, but I mean, I'm enjoying myself here.
Yeah. All right, well, best of luck on that. You know, like I said, Thursday night on Spike TV, guys can check that out on Bellator, King Mo and Emmanuel Newton in the semifinals of the light heavyweight tournament. Ashley, anything else you want to add before we wrap it up tonight in this quick edition?
No, good luck. We'll be watching tomorrow night for sure.
Thank you.
Tomorrow? What do you watch tomorrow night? He's not going to be on tomorrow night.
No, Thursday.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. It's only Tuesday. Great. Okay, well, Thursday then. That was awful.
All right, and then the folks that want to check you out there, Ashley Ferrara on Twitter, Ferrara on Twitter. Anywhere else I can check you out?
Yeah, it's funny. It's pronounced, or it's spelled Ferrara, but it's pronounced Ferrara. So it's kind of weird. But
and I keep calling you Ferrara. I know that. That's your nice way of telling me I'm saying it wrong all the time, right?
No, I'm just saying that people usually spell it wrong because of how you think it's pronounced.
Well, you should change it to the A at the end to I, and you could be Ferrari, and then there you go. You'd be, it's a better name for the business, right?
I mean, I wouldn't complain. All right.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Anything else to add before we wrap it up?
That is it. I hope y'all have a great rest of the week.
All right, you too. And for Jeff, go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was saying the same for Ashley.
Yep. All right, and Jeff, you can follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff Mayweather 1, and then also check out Jeff Mayweather's Pro Boxing Insider on Facebook, and of course the website proboxinginsider.com. So for Ashley Ferrara and Jeff Mayweather, I'm Alex Eisman, and guys, we'll check in next week. Take care.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
1, 2, you hear the clock ticking, tick tock. You about to stop living, tick tock. I want you to remember me, tick tock. But the day